Welcome to the IBEX Method Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Foutz, and today we have our special guest, Gary Lloyd. He is a coach trainer for Team Silverback Fitness and Training, and he also provides apparel and the gym equipment with the Diamond Fit Company.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead, Gary. Let's get started. Let's talk about everything about you, what you got going on. Talk about your coaching, training, gym equipment, clothing, all this good stuff. Let's hear it.
All right. First of all, how is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody taking time being safe. Got to address that. I hope everybody had a blessed day, made it home safely or whatever, All right, so my name is Gary. Team Silverback Fitness Training is my brand for fitness. Diamond Fit Co. is also my clothing brand and my gym home equipment brand. Now, how I started with the home equipment is because everybody don't always have the thousands of dollars to spend on the gym equipment like the next person may, but we all have the same passion.
Yeah.
Fitness. So me not always being blessed with money, I was like looking up gym equipment for myself and the prices were 5, 6, 7, 8,000 for things that really shouldn't have been that high, that I knew personally, not this high.
Wow.
So through Instagram, I was able to make a few connections to get home gym equipment, commercial gym equipment that you will see in your favorite gym for 75% less than the gyms paid for it.
Wow.
Which is affordable for me, you, at the regular 9 to 5 workers. Because let's be honest, who got a whole lot of money to spend on gym equipment? If we had it, we'd be broke,
Yeah, it's kind of the new trend right now with COVID and everything. In-home gyms, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't find nothing nowhere. It's risky going to the gyms because let's be honest, I was going, but not all gyms are up on their maintenance like they say they are.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that rolls right into another point. But first I want to say, so I did pull up your Instagram for Diamond Fit Co 32 for our audio audience, and just gonna run through here real quick. I see, is that you and your wife, or?
Yes, that's me and my wife down there. Yes, showing off our little couples workouts that we get into here in the house.
Nice, and I see that's a press machine, right? So that's for your clothing brand.
Yeah, everything's done in house. Everything's done in house by hand. 2 people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Might pull the keys in if we get a big order. Turn into a sweatshop for a little while.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm just going through here. There's a lot of motivational stuff, and okay, I see some of the equipment that you offer, and then
right.
So let's talk about that. So you have your own clothing brand. You do your stuff in house. As far as gym equipment, is it any and everything? I mean, you kind of touched on it already, but
yes, it's any and everything from jump boxes to attachments to 2 sectionals.
Wow.
With the it's everything you will see in your gym.
Nice.
Yep. Everything Lifetime gym, 24-hour fitness, everything that they will have.
So they
wind runners, them was a big thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So if they want it, you got it, and it's also, I see, www.diamondfitco.com.
Yes.
And so now let's go to your other Instagram page. This is your personal trainer page. It's Silverback Fitness Training on Instagram, and I see I can see photos of you and videos also of you working out with your home gym equipment. So
right. Using, that's not everything. I got a lot of storage, but if I bring everything in that garage, I won't be able to park the car. So
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Big Saints fan. Got to put that out there since the Super Bowl just passed. Got to put that out there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, who'd you root for? I guess anybody.
Man, if you really want to get into that, first of all, You in Florida, so I got to ask you first because I don't want to step on your toes.
No. I'm in Virginia, but I was
Okay,
again,
okay.
I like the fact that that Tom Brady pulled a LeBron James and was able to take another team to a championship. So
Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
storyline. I thought that was cool. And then obviously the younger team, and I don't think the Chiefs are that young anymore, but specifically because Tampa Bay is actually relatively young besides Brady.
Yeah. And Brady and Fournette. There's Fournette.
Yeah.
He getting up there too.
And then
Yeah.
Gronk came back. But yeah, so I don't know, it's a cool storyline. So I was kind of rooting for Brady to get that ring, but I'm cool with the Chiefs getting it too, but obviously they didn't get it done.
Yeah, I wanted the Chiefs to pull it off.
Yeah.
No lie. I wanted them to pull it off.
And that's the thing. It's like, Brady's kind of like the again, I see him as like the LeBron of the NFL world, He's either you like him or you hate him. I mean, that's really
right. And like I said, I'm a Saints fan, so
yeah,
y'all can fill in the blank.
No, I get it. But I thought it was cool too, the storyline of the fact that Tom Brady went up against all these different quarterbacks from all these different eras, So Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, and then going
all at the
Mahomes.
end, at the end too. Yeah.
It's a good storyline. So
right, good storyline.
But all right, let's get back to business. So again, I'm on your Instagram page, seeing everything you got going on. So you're a coach, you're a trainer. People can also find you at Silverback Fit 32 on Instagram. I'm going to close out here. Let's kind of talk some more business. So tell me about yourself. How'd you get into coaching? How'd you get into training? I know you got a pretty good story. And I think most of the time when people come on here, other people may hear your story, or they may see, oh, here's a coach, here's a trainer. They don't know anything about my struggle. They don't know anything about what I got going on. And I think what's unique about just the guests that we have on here is that everyone has a story, and I'd be interested to hear yours and how you got started and how you are where you are today.
All right, yeah, okay. So you already know I'm gonna take it back to where it first started, because everybody is blessed with a gift and a purpose in life. It's up to us at an early age to find out what it is and really hone in on it to make it blossom later on in our lives. So mine was fitness, but at the time I was Ray Charles to it. I was doing the things of the world, everything. We ain't got to talk about it, but I wasn't doing what I supposed to have been doing. But through me doing not what I supposed to have been doing, I got put in places I should have never been.
Wow.
And that's where the journey began, because I had the mentality like, okay, I don't know, end on some pretty serious things, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I was number 5'5" at the time, little beach ball, out of shape and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I could be gone for a long time. So in my mind, I'm gonna go in here and find the biggest guys, and I'm gonna work out with them.
Oh wow.
And I did that. I just walked literally in the room on the workout day. Okay, so y'all working out with y'all from here on. They looking at me like, let's go. So months and months passed by doing 700 dips. I remember days we used to do 1,200 push-ups. Wow. So I'm picking up on what they teaching me. They end up getting shipped off and everything. So I'm literally working out by myself for maybe like a couple of weeks until this one day. It's like everybody that was in it, like it was a 50-man pod. So I'd say out of those 50, maybe 30 came to me like, hey man, when you work out, I'm working out with you. So in the day room we was working out, beach ball.
Yeah, so I just pulled up Gary's photos, before and after photos that he posted on Instagram. So it's a very good visual. Check it out, Silverback Fit _32. I don't mean to cut you off. So yeah, I pulled it up, and it's a very good visual. Yeah, wow, it's a huge transformation. So
right,
please continue. Sorry.
right. So, like I said, that day, I came out maybe 4 o'clock. I look around, literally, nobody's in the day room but me and the people that want to work out, circling the whole day room. So I'm really looking like, wow, all these people here work out with me because they've seen what I've done and they believe in it. But I still was blind to it. But that's how I got the name Silverback, because they gave me that name. Like, man, you were real Silverback.
Wow.
Like, yeah, 3 hours we in there working out. They tired. I'm still, still to this day I can work out. I did a 3-hour shoulder workout today.
Wow.
Yeah. So, got out of jail. All that completely went away. Gained my weight back, moved to Houston. And this is where the health scares came in to let me know, like, I got to get back to where I was. So I got down here to Houston. Houston is big on oil, in the oil industry. So I was working in the oil industry for 10 years. Ooh, long 12-hour days. One day, I felt a pain in my stomach, and I was thinking it was gas, One day went by, pain still there. 2 days went by, pain. 3 days went by, pain. Really not saying nothing, but my coworkers at work are really catching on to it. So, man, what's wrong? So around day 6, I may tell them, man, my stomach hurt. I think I got gas. Little did I know, So maybe like day 12, I was at work and I literally just could not walk. And my supervisor clocked me out. They're like, that's it. Gary, you're going to the hospital. Go see what's wrong. So literally that day, I got in the car, I drove myself to the hospital, going down the highway. Felt like a gorilla just grabbed my stomach. Wow. Let the steering wheel completely go. Let the wheel go. I'm holding my stomach, crying in pain, like, what is this? 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 So I go to the hospital. They put me in a gown. What I need this gown for?
Yeah. Nah.
Everybody go to the hospital. You don't get no gown.
Yep.
They put me in a gown. And what I need this gown for? So I'm already scared right there. Never need to have a gown when I came to the hospital.
I've been through this, so I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, so I put these pictures up. I don't know which one of my Instagram pages I put the pictures on. It might be Silverback Fitness Train, I believe. But I did put the actual picture up of me in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And they were telling me that I am in the early stages of Crohn's disease. So I'm like, huh? How? What? How?
Yeah.
So I bullshit you not. They literally naming everything that could have led to this. Just this at a point where, man, you got to be honest with yourself. So the things they naming off, I'm saying to myself, like, wow, 85% of them things you've done: smoke cigarettes, drink beer, alcohol, eating bad, like everything they was naming, like, yeah. Telling myself, like, okay, so wow, like this is what really got me like this. So with that, it pulled my mind back. It had my mind thinking, like, you have to do something. You got to do something. But I still didn't. And it just had to be God, because this is how God works. I'm back at that same job. Now, feeling fine. I'm doing something. One of my workers under me, because I was area manager, so one of my workers under me come to me and like, hey, man, I just signed up for the gym with Planet Fitness. $10. So I'm like, now we literally was doing everything, the drinking, the smoking, we was doing that together. So, okay, for him to do this, and come tell me after what I just been through, that's a 1 and a 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, so right then I signed up for it too. The next day, we going 100 leaving work, going to the gym.
Wow.
It's 7 years running ever since. It's 7 years running ever since. And I can say through fitness and proper dieting, I am 0 effects of Crohn's disease.
Wow.
I have no more problems. No more. And it's probably because I'm not eating the same foods I was eating back then and the same styles I was eating it, but whatever it was, it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So fitness and God. Well.
Yeah, it's beginning to be my my catchphrase on this show, but that's a lot to unpack, man. So I have Crohn's disease, you know, and I it's hard for me to continue to identify with that, but I'll find out this year if I'm in remission or not. But in 2019, I was considered to be in remission.
That's the word I was trying to think of, remission.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out. Well.
Yeah, and yeah, so 2019, I was in remission. I had like 1%, less than 1% inflammation in my gut, and I kind of went through the same journey. I'm like, well, you know, like, what is it that my body needs, you know? And instead of looking at like feeding for fun or eating for pleasure, like, how do you feed the cells in your body, you know? And then kind of went down that path to figure out like the cells that are in the area that I had inflammation in my gut, the same cells are in your tonsils. So I would get like sore throats and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I'm like, all right, well, if I have a sore throat coming on, more than likely I'm also impacting that area. So
right.
I just started eating to like not get sinus infections and all that other stuff. And I feel like my energy improved, and a lot of my life it has improved. My fitness hasn't, you know, fitness is a big component of that, and that's kind of
yes, very well. Yes.
Yeah, and then to be truthful, I mean, God is the basis for it all for me. You know, and it kind of like everything you're saying I can relate to, because I remember those days of feeling weak and not being able to walk, and then I mean, it went on for like 5 years for me. And I don't mean to steal your show, you know, but
I mean, this is something we both relating on, because other people, like you say, people out there might not know. It was like, for me, it could be like, let's say, I'm just gonna name something. Let's say I might was eating some lasagna and something, some lasagna and fried chicken or something, just something crazy.
Yeah.
You know, because we all just put it on the plate and eat it sometimes, you know. Yeah, so let's just say like maybe I ate that, and like halfway through the plate, literally running to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes just be like, it'd be a fight with Mike Tyson to use the bathroom.
Yeah. And you got to go back in for another round. I mean, that's
get us right back. Like, so I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Yeah. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Well.
Wow. So it seems like you've been through, and I was kind of thinking about this for my life. Like, somebody looks at me and is like, oh, you kind of live a double life. I feel like I lived 1,000 different lives, you know, and it seems like
it's called growth.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like for you, you have what, you know, people will consider setbacks, but in some way you've been able to overcome that. And I think for me, I'm sure you can relate to it, like the God factor, right? Like even if somebody doesn't believe, to me, there's a mindset shift that happens, and it's a more positive mindset, and it's a lot of things that, and I'm not trying to take away from who God is, but there's, as you grow in Him, you just kind of you see things differently, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like they say, your blinders come off.
Yeah.
Your blinders come off, because man, I was blind for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was blind for a long time. I literally, because of God, I'm free today.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
You know, so yeah, I'd have been in them places where it was only God. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people I like Romans, I think 12:2, where it says, "Be changed by the renewing of your mind." You know, and it's what I like about it is that it's a constant. It says renewing, so it's a constant decision to change the way you think. And in the verses before that, it talks about like, do not follow the ways of the world, like the corrupt world. It's like follow be changed by the renewing of your mind, you know? So it's like the world's going one way, they're doing one thing.
Don't
like,
follow them.
Yeah.
Go pick your own path.
Yeah.
Tread your own path.
And that's
let them go run into the walls. Yeah.
And when bringing it back to health and fitness, it's the same thing. It's like there's things that you want, and you've already hit on that, right? It's like, well, I need to get better now because my health and my life depend on it.
Right.
Other people are like, hey, I have the leisure of choosing whether or not I want to get fit or not, and I'm stuck in this rut, you know.
And I'm gonna say this. I got to say this.
Go ahead.
Don't fall for all the fads and gimmicks that's being sold out there. That's what's getting a lot of people. Like I tell a lot of people, your first day at your job, you ain't know nothing. You had to be trained.
Yeah.
But look at you now. Open the door, let you loose, and you probably can do everything at your job. That's the same with fitness. It didn't come. It's not gonna come overnight.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put in that work. And once you cross that green and you see the benefits of your work, the fruits of your labor, you're gonna appreciate the hard work even more.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to do the hard work even more because you know that this is the guaranteed way, not these teas and these weight loss teas. Drink these 4 teas a day, you'll lose 10 pounds in 2 days. Is not safe. First of all, it's not safe to lose 10 pounds in 2 days. It's not safe.
Yeah, somebody with Crohn's, it freaks me out, to be honest. When my weight shifts rapidly, I'm like, that's not, you know. So.
But see, that's due to conditions in the body. Not due to nothing you bring it to your body, you know.
No, I agree, and that's the thing. When I look at these, it's funny because I went through a fitness plan, if you will, that was more protein based, veggie based. I mean, it's really good for me. I did really well on it, but I told him, I said, hey, I need to do something else right now because I'm concerned with how quickly I'm losing weight, because I didn't know if I'm like putting myself in a relapse, because with Crohn's, you know, what you eat, even if it's something healthy, if you have a flare up, it's going to be
still gonna reject it.
Yeah. So it's almost like I hate to say it, like a PTSD type thing where it's like, oh, is this going to happen? Am I going through this again? You know, but I'm with you on that. Yeah. I think it's just, I hate to say the buzzword, it's just science, you know, but if you're losing weight too fast, it's not good, you know? So I agree with you. There's a lot of gimmicks out there. And I think that's going to lead into my next question is, so you had Crohn's, you fought it, you've been in remission. So sustaining the transformation, like how did you go from I'm down and out, I could barely drive, I could barely walk? Because I know what that's like, the fatigue, getting yourself out of bed, struggling every day, to, okay, now I'm in the gym. Your friend took you, you guys did this thing together. Tell me about that process of like the beginning to now and just continuously sustaining that transformation.
All right, well, I like to use the analogy, you got to crawl for your walk, you know? Yeah. So we went in there, but I think, shoot, now you got me thinking, shoot. How many days? Okay, so we maybe went 3 or 4 days a week. Okay. I'm thinking more along the lines of 4. And I know we would do 2 groups a day, like chest, shoulders. Then the next day we would do biceps, triceps, then back, and then legs, all separate days by themselves. And we started with a program game. Like I said, I was new to it, so everybody fitness I was following. And we started this gain 10 pounds in a month workout program. And it was just like, once we got into it, and it's crazy because me and him were both the opposites. I was the bigger, out of shape, and he was the smaller bone structure, you know? So we was like from both sides working together, and it was just the fact of having him in there with me, we both doing the same thing. And, you know, you will never see the change in yourself first.
Yeah.
People always see the change before you see it. So by me and him working together, I started to see the changes in him, and he would see the changes in me. And them changes is like, it's like a drug. So once the changes started coming, just got more and more into it, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I started following, you know, like everybody should do. You start following certain people that you would want to look like. You know, hey, he got the shoulders I want. Okay, so I'm following him and piggyback some of his shoulders routine. He got the chest I want, so I'm gonna follow him, piggyback some of his chest routines. And it's really just like sharing knowledge. So over time, you build the knowledge and you learn how to structure and do things on your own. But then it gets to that point to where I have to really get certified in this, because now it's past the point of being a hobby. Now I zone back into the past, and I realize now that this was my gift to the world all along, you know, because I'm from a small town, Monroe, Louisiana, where we have basketball players, football players, Ronnie Coleman, you know, we got people like that. Yeah, from Monroe. A lot of high school friends I went to school with, Brady James, in NFL, Cartier James, like I name for days that's in the NFL. And so basketball in the NFL is known in my city, but who's made it in fitness? Who's to show the people, the young people that came up like me, wanting to be a rapper and / drug dealer and everything else dumb? Who to show them, hey man, you can make it out in fitness too.
Wow, yeah.
You can make it in fitness too. So it's all come back. That was my gift. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So now I'm here to this day. And had it not been for COVID forcing me to sit down, I probably wouldn't have took that next step, because I still probably would have been in the world working, but still doing me on the side, but not really focusing on me only, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I took time for COVID to hone in on myself even more, you know? And that's why I'm getting all my certifications for personal training, getting all of them. I want it all. I also want to be a nutritionist and a rehabilitationist. That way I could be help all around the fitness world with the nutrition plans, with the workouts, and rehabilitation.
Wow.
So yeah, that's been my whole focus. Yeah, get my rehabilitation in. Yeah. So I'm thankful for COVID. It sat me down.
Yeah.
Gotta turn a negative to a positive.
Yeah. You know? So and it's interesting, because I felt like I see a correlation between having Crohn's disease and then going through a COVID environment, you know, where it's like, this is like an introspective moment for me. I have to figure out who am I? Why am I going through this? What am I supposed to do with it? How do I improve? I felt like that's what Crohn's disease was for me. And then going through COVID is like, all right, well, I've actually already been through this. I feel like the world is now learning to adapt to my life, you know?
Yeah, which is something I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people need, man, because the world can be so selfish, man. Oh man, I don't want to get off into that. Yeah, I don't want to get off.
No, so it's cool too. So it just brings up another point, right? It's like, again, hearing an abbreviated version of your story, it's so easy to, if somebody was in your position, not necessarily you in your shoes, but going through the things that you had gone through, it's so easy to just identify yourself to that thing, that disease, whatever. That's who I am. That's why I can't do, you know, this fitness journey. That's why I can't eat this food. That's why I can't, you know what I mean? And then I see you and you beat Crohn's disease, and now you went through COVID, and you're like, hey, I ain't gonna let it mess with me either. I'm gonna go ahead and get certified in the things that I love and grow even more. So I think you're a very good testament to somebody who has, you know, there's that perspective on things, and you're an opportunist, you know. Have you always been that way?
You know, early things I went through in life prepared me for this journey, but it was in the wrong way. You know,
yeah.
So I became a people person. I learned how to deal with all races of people, you know, through doing what I was doing. And you learn that, man, everybody's the same.
Yeah, yep.
Literally, everybody's the same. And so I learned how to deal with people. I learned how to talk to people, you know, on different levels and everything, you know. I learned a whole lot.
Wow. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like you just take the time to just to learn and grow. I mean, that's really it. And
that's what it's all about. Learning and growing.
I'm trying to think of how to word this, but did you ever feel like you were stuck in an environment of like, hey, this is just identify with the situation, this is who I am, or did you always have the perspective of how can I grow and move on from this?
Even, man, like I said, I was from Monroe, Louisiana, and even in that place, we had the crowd bucket mentality, but I always knew I was bigger than it. Like, it's nothing for me, because I can remember I had aunties that moved out to Dallas, and it was just the simplest things about just being in another state that just made me love it. Like, I can remember she stayed on the 3rd floor, so I would go out on her balcony and just look at the sky. You would think the sky is the same everywhere, but being back home, I never took the time to look at the sky. So I fell in love with the Texas skies.
Wow. And
by me falling in love with them skies, like, this might be where I need to be. And this was back when I was young, saying maybe Texas is where I need to be. And so fast forward now, look around me.
I can relate to that, to be honest. As you said that sky, I thought so I don't know why I love the coast of North Carolina, and I don't know what it is, but I don't know, maybe we'll get a beach house someday or something. But we visit every year. We've been visiting since I was engaged to my wife, and that was, wow, it's 11, 12 years ago. So I don't know, maybe I'll end up moving there sometime. But yeah, that's cool, man. So you just always felt like you deserved better.
Not better. I was bigger. Everybody had the same opportunities. I just was bigger than. Okay. For example, you know, in Monroe, if you ask somebody to do something for you, you really don't want to, but you might need the help. This person only help you just to talk about you on the back end.
Wow.
Ooh, I help such and such do such and such and such. You know, so it gives you that. I got to be about me, so I got to do me. So it gives you that dog eat dog mentality, because I got to fend for me. You know, so me moving out here to Texas, I had a real eye opener. Like I started working in the oil industry, and it's just a funny story. One day, our owner, Dave Scott, he used to always play the plumbers to come unstop the toilets in the men's bathroom, because we had all nationalities working there: Black, white, Mexican, Vietnamese, Korean. You know, and some of the traditions don't mix with the U.S. traditions, you know.
Oh, wow.
So the toilets and things got stopped us. So he literally was paying thousands of dollars every day, every week, a month to get the toilets unstopped. So this one day, I have to use the bathroom. Probably was an early sign of Crohn's disease, because I really was running to the bathroom, you know. So I kick open the first stall. Disgusting. Go to the second one, somebody's in there. I ain't even know who it was. Later on, find out to be the owner in there. So I got to use this one. So I'm cleaning the toilet, but I'm cussing and fussing because this is nasty. Who does this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm flushing the toilet, cussing and flushing. He hear all this. I go out the bathroom to get some tissue or something. He come out the stall next door and look in that stall.
Mm.
He assumed I did.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? But so I'm saying in my head, but you was just in the stall next to me. So you heard me fussing and cussing, like I would have had to pay for this.
Yeah.
You know? So he find my supervisor. He cussing and fussing. I was new. I was like, I was there for like a week. So I'm like, man, please, I don't want to lose my job. I'm talking to the hiring manager they hired me on, man. Please don't let him fire me. I ain't do this. No, so I ain't do this. So it took everybody there to speak for me that we know Gary ain't this type of person. He ain't gonna do this. So I guess he put 2 and 2 together when he calmed down, because like I said, he knew he was not to pay for it. So he calmed down and put the whole play together. Like, well, he wasn't that cussing like I was. He did walk in there, so he didn't do that because I was already in there when he walked in there. So I'm trying to avoid him that whole day.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to come back and say, hey man, you fired. Wow. You know? Wow. So 4:30 coming, I'm mopping the floor, getting ready to leave. I look back, I see him coming out the door. I'm trying to hide. So I'm hurrying up, trying to get around the corner, get out the way. Then I know he's looking for me, so no matter how hard I try to hide, he's still coming for me. So he reached me, he tapped on my shoulder. Now this is the owner. Hey Gary, I just want to apologize to you because I was wrong, but I was so mad that I couldn't think and I didn't realize that you had just things I had said in my head. He realized when he calmed down and he came to me and admitted this. He didn't have to. This is the owner of his own company. He didn't have to come back to little old me, just been there a week and just be like, I apologize. You know, so that was a real eye-opener for me, and it made me sit back and be like, man, maybe everybody ain't bad like I think they are. You know? So that was the first eye-opener, and I had many. He opened my eyes a lot more time. He opened my eyes a lot. Well, maybe he's seen in me what I'm starting to see in myself, you know?
Yeah. I love that, man. Yeah, I think too, just to clarify, I'm terrible with words sometimes, but I like the fact that you use the word bigger, better than better. So yeah, I think that's what I was kind of trying to get to too, is the idea, you know, you're talking about mopping floors at some company, you know, and it's like, you know, considering where you are and what you're doing, it's like, I'm sure you're like, I'm bigger than this circumstance, but you know, it's not going to define me. I'm not just some guy who mops, you know.
Yeah, I'm still gonna make the best out of it.
Yeah.
God still gave us the gift to hustle, you know. So I still was getting it. And then I know he was working on me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that perspective too. So this owner was from Houston. So this is your first interaction in Houston, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool too. Where, yeah, I'm starting to find that even on the Instagram world, where it's just like, you know, you and me connected. We were talking about earlier before the show, is we connected through Greg Sandrich, motivated, ambitious, and driven, and so me and him were in the Marine Corps together, you know. And this is
yeah. And you know what? I always wanted to be a Marine.
Yeah, no, most do, you know. No, I'm kidding. No, that's cool, man.
Always. I think it's something about the Marines. I have an uncle that's a Marine too, and it's just the heart that, like, you can't keep us down.
Yeah,
you can't keep us down. It's just somebody that I always wanted to be a Marine. All right, I got that out there.
Man, no, that's all right. That's good. That's good.
Because I told Greg the same thing, man. I always wanted to be a Marine.
Yeah. And he's a good guy. You know, this is, you know, nobody knows this, but this is our first interaction in person, you know, like, well, you know, face to face. Other than that, it's been messaging, trying to get you on the show, maybe encouraging one another. You got some good content, and I mean, you're a monster, man. You know, I see the workouts that you're doing, I see the videos, I see the pictures, and I'm like, this guy got something. And yeah, being able to talk to you, I see it. Before there was the transformation physically, there was already the mindset that was already there, and you were growing in that. And you want to talk to the audiences about just finding your why. And I think that you have kind of hit on that. Like, you kind of knew this is something that was always a part of you, something that you grew up around. There was always great athletes, you know, and you had the you had the mindset and capabilities. You just didn't know you just didn't pursue the gifting at the time, and then you had
Yeah.
circumstances that arose to bring you to where you are. And I'm sure that those circumstances created that why in your life. Hey, this is why I'm going to do this. That's why I'm going to get my certifications. That's why I'm going to keep grinding and working hard.
Yeah.
So do you want to dive into that for, as a coach, what would you tell somebody who's on, hey, I'm just getting started, or I'm thinking about getting started. I don't know how to get started. Why should I do it? Where, I don't know. Just somebody who just doesn't know,
Okay, so let me see. Let me start off with take it to. Okay, so why should you get started? First of all, if you want to get started, you probably already know why.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be just a little thought in the back of your head that's tying into something that's happening that you're really not paying attention to. Because it'd be the little whisper in your head, and 9 times out of 10, that'd be the right thing, but it's overpowered by, I'll go eat this hot dog. So you already know why you want to get started, and it's already in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously already in your heart if you even turn an ear to it, So do it for yourself. Do it for your kids. Do it. Fitness will add years on to your life. I know y'all have seen it, 75, 85-year-old people on Instagram working out. You don't even know they're 85 till they tell you they're 85. What was they doing? Fitness. Fitness can change health conditions. Doctors tell you that. Don't wait till you in the actual hospital bed. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Do it. Do it. If you walk up 9 stairs and you feel like you done walked 7 flights of stairs, your heart is not strong. Your heart not used to pumping out as much as it's pumping out. Something ain't right in your body. It's too much somewhere. Your heart is a muscle too. Fitness will help your heart. Fitness strengthen your heart. Get in there. Get in there. Fitness can rub off on your kids. I know this. Can save your kids' life. I might even could kindle a passion in them. They might want to do the same thing. You never know. Fitness has a lot of benefits, more than the physical pictures you see, the money people win in the shows. Fitness has a lot. Fitness does a lot. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Don't get caught up in everything with the world that's, oh man, this.
I just pulled up his one of his photos on Instagram. I just felt like it was good timing with what you're saying. So
hey, look, read that shirt I have on the left. What that shirt say?
Yeah, so in the photo, for the audio audience, it's not going to see the video. Gary's, that's you, right? I'm assuming that's you.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. You can't really tell, huh?
I can't. Yeah, so Gary's clearly overweight compared to where he wants to be. It's on his shirt. He has a long shirt on. It says "Attempting to Care," loading, please wait. And then he has a side-by-side image of him in shape, in the physique that he wants, or he's working. Obviously there's evidence that he's grown. And then the side-by-side image says "Never give up on your goals." So I can't even tell that that's you. I didn't know who that was, to be honest, if that was you. So,
and about that picture to the left, some of the things, just examine that picture. I put this picture up for a reason, because I was doing one of the things in this picture that the doctor was telling me was bothering me. That's a Black and Mild in my hand down there.
Yeah.
You know, not supposed to be smoking cigars. I was doing it, and it probably was a alcohol bottle down there on the sidewalk somewhere too, with a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. You know, Newports, Longs, you know, everything to kill.
Yeah.
All in one, you know? Yeah, so I use that picture as a perfect example. And I didn't realize till you put up this picture that shirt really made sense too.
Yeah. Yeah, attempting to care, loading, please wait. It's yeah, that's powerful, man, especially as we go through this interview and hearing you talk.
I think in that picture, in the right, man, I think I maybe was running. I was never a runner. I was never a runner. I was never a runner. I love running now.
That's awesome.
I love running now. You in that picture, that picture on the left, mine never like I run. Fitness, man, I love running. Man, I get out and run 3 miles in the city streets in front of cars and everything now.
That's awesome.
And I couldn't go up 3, 4 flights of stairs. Yeah.
I want to read what you put on this page. It says, the road won't be easy. There will be days when you want to give up. There will be days when your body wants to tell you, I can't do it. Days when your mind will try to discourage you. We must never overwhelm our bodies, but we must push the limits to see results. To all those who know the struggle all too well, don't give up. I love it, man.
All right. Don't give up. You know, some people get in it. I've had people work out for one day and be like, "Oh, I ain't know I was gonna feel like this," and you don't see them no more.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to explain to them your muscles. You working muscles you never worked before. You're doing things they never done. It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hurt forever.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt next week. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like this forever. So I had a lot of people get discouraged through the pain and not come back. It's not gonna be like that always. But then you'll see them on social media or whatever. You see them saying things to code word, let them know that they need to get back into fitness, but they won't really do it. Ooh, my stomach hurt. Ooh, I'm tired of hiding my stomach. I seen somebody say I'm gonna suck my stomach in and put some Gorilla Glue on.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, so y'all rather do that than really do it? Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I ain't really at the beginning of my journey. I think I might have worked out with just one person for maybe like 3 years until I left Planet Fitness. And my next gym was Fitness Connection, and that's where I really started to connect with more and more people, you know, through fitness. And I started meeting a whole lot of people here that was in the fitness competitors and everything. And I'm like, they coming up talking to me. Like, you took time to talk to me. So, you know, they see things too, you know. So, man, all I can say is don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah, get started and don't give up.
Don't get to a point to where you regret that you did give up, because then it could be too late.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of unhealthiness in the world today. A lot of everywhere you turn is McDonald's, Burger King. You know, all that food not good for us, and by them selling it so cheap and us wanting to eat so fast, quick, you know, we already shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, I'm to the point now where I prefer a home cooked meal over fast food. You know, cook it in the house. You know, I still had them cheat days while I bond with my kids and I pig out. But hey, I just chalked it up to spending time with the kids, because they're not gonna eat what I eat.
Yeah,
they're not gonna eat it. They're not gonna eat it. Well,
yeah. I like green beans. It's a soft fiber food. It doesn't really hurt when I eat it. But I eat it just, you cook it and then I don't add anything to it, just water. But my son loves to eat it with me. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love cauliflower. I love cauliflower now.
Yeah, he does too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff, Gary. I think, I don't know, man. I feel like we could just, you're so full of knowledge and wisdom. I don't even know if you realize it as you're speaking sometimes, but.
No, because I feel like now by us not talking on messages, like, man, I feel like we just sitting on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Just talking, you know?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We jumping from subject to subject, and I'm just like, man, we just vibing, you know? Yeah. It's just good vibes, man.
Yeah. And no, I agree. I'm glad we got connected. And so you mentioned people coming up to you at the gym. Again, the reason we got connected was because of Greg, through Motivated, Ambitious, Driven. And then I guess, again, before the show we were talking, you said that he had done the show before you. So are you planning to do a physique competition? What are you thinking?
I plan to do one, but I don't know when. I probably will aim around the end of 2021 if I was to do one.
Okay.
Because me personally, you know, we are our toughest critics. And what I find myself doing is looking at the previous winners and comparing myself and seeing what they have that I don't have. And then I go back to the drawing board. You know, right now, I'm really focusing on building my legs. Really focusing on building my legs. So that's, you know, I feel like that's my weak point right now. So by the end of 2021, if I'm confident enough, I'm going on to get on there. Because I've had people tell me that I need to be, and I just was fiddle-faddling with the shredding down, not really knowing what I was doing, just doing it and did it right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a part of my journey. I mean, it took me 5 years. You know, you talked about, you know, even if you didn't, I guess we hit on it. But when you have Crohn's disease, you're kind of feeling weak. You're feeling down. It's hard. Yeah, you mentioned having trouble walking, and so I went from that to then being put on more, I don't know, just terrible drugs that coincidentally some of them just do the same thing that Crohn's disease does, you know, or it's worse, you know.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I want to be honest with you. I think I still may have, because I really wasn't big on taking medicine.
Yeah.
So I still may have the pills that they was giving me in the bottle somewhere in storage. Because like I really listened to what they were saying.
Yeah. And
I really started changing how I ate that day. Like I started smoking cigarettes, cold turkey. Wow. Literally it gave my last pack away. Because in my mind, I knew I had to, but we had just had a meeting with insurance, and they were saying, if you smoke, your insurance is finna go up $50. Wow. No lie, I gave the woman who said that the insurance, he go, my last pack of cigarettes right here, you can have them. I'm done. I gave them to her. Y'all ain't been taking no more money from me. I'm taking my own life by smoking them, and y'all ever take my pockets too? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Y'all can have them. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like, you know, I was dealing with all that, the walking issues, joint issues. And then one day, I think you mentioned it too, like if you're having trouble getting up the steps, you have a heart issue, you know, and truthfully, you know, the medication has impact on your heart and stuff, but my fatigue was so bad that I can't even get out of bed after treatment. And I couldn't walk for like 2 days, like truly couldn't walk. And there'd be times I have neurological side effects to where my body would stop. Like it's almost like your body stopped connecting to a part of your, you know, limb or something like that. So I'd be walking, and it's not the same as like your legs just giving out, like your knee or whatever. It's literally like from your hips down, you can't function your legs anymore. It's like you're temporarily paralyzed. But
yeah, almost like a tingle. Like a tingle, because like I get it sometimes from my knee down to my foot. Like it to me, it feel like a tingle, and I know, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was different, and I don't know. So long story short, I had a treatment one day. I said, "This is the worst I'm ever gonna feel." I was like, "What can I do?" You know, And I was like, well, I got to get myself off the ground. So I rolled over. I did like one modified push up. After that, my knees flared up, my elbows flared up.
Damn.
And I'm like, hey, but I did it, like that's like in my mind, I'm like, I did it. I did something,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
The next day I did 5, and then I just kept building up, and then 5 years later.
You got to crawl before you walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years later, it became the, me attacking food and strength, so like I was doing body weight stuff, but I wasn't doing a lot of high rep because, as you know, right, like if you're doing high reps with inflammation, now you're causing more bleeding, more issues.
You just digging yourself a deeper hole.
Yeah. So I just did what I could. Eventually got my strength up to walk again. But then again, 5 years later, I started running. Like, I went from walking to running, like you said, crawl, run, walk. And I was like, I want to get better at running, but in order to do that, I have to do strength training. I have to go to I had to hit some weights.
Right.
And so I reached out to a friend of mine who he competed in a physique competition, and I said, hey, I'll go through your program. I'll do everything you tell me to do, but I'll let you know if I'm having issues, right? Like if my body's rejecting the food or the quantity or something like that. And I said, and the reality is like if we go through this and we do it, like it's a feather in your cap because now you know how to work with somebody with Crohn's disease and we can help other people. And probably the day I signed up, I said, hey, you know what? Like, why don't we just cap it off with a physique competition, and that'll be like the capstone to say that I beat Crohn's disease,
Right.
So we did it. It was a 90-day journey. I think day 98 or 101 is when I went on stage. I ended up taking 5th place.
That's what's up.
Getting a trophy. Yeah, it was cool, man.
Hey, it was like to go and place. I could know that I already could feel how you was feeling. It just lit a fire up under.
Yeah, it was like yep.
I could do this. I came in 5th just off fresh rookie. Okay, let me go hard in the lab and come back and come in 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah. So my goal was to get faster, right? So with that, I was able to run. I got selected for what's called the Marine Corps Trials, which is like it's for wounded, ill, and injured service members and veterans. And I got to compete against people from France, people from the UK, people from Canada, and that was something I wanted to do while I was in the Marine Corps because I went through the medical process.
Yeah.
So all this stuff built up to that. So it was cool to place and stuff. But then I was like, wow, like let me go do a time trial for a mile run. I ran my fastest mile in probably 10 years, just based on that training, and sent in my application, got accepted. I ended up winning the mile for the event and ran a 450. It's just cool, man. Yeah. And so that leading into 2020, I actually didn't do a competition because my son had a lot of surgeries, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know when his next one's going to be. I'll keep training and stuff. And that's how I ended up. So when I placed in 2019 is when I told Greg, I said, but I was like, dude, you already got the physique. Just go on stage. You know what I mean? You would do better than me, And so that's all I did. I basically was like, hey, we have the capability to coach you and get you up there. You're already doing everything. Let's just get you to game day. So we did that. And then I signed him up for debut, which is like first time ever for anybody. He took He took 3rd place in that crowd, and I also had him sign up for the novice, and he took 2nd in that. And it was like, all right, let's do debut, get your feet wet, see how you feel, and then we'll do some critiquing. And it worked. It worked perfectly. And I think had he gone to the Open, he probably either took 1st or 2nd.
Yeah,
we didn't have the funds for that, so I was like, let's just and it fed you fueled the fire for him because I want to get back. Like you see his post, he's like, the stage owes me something, like
yeah, man. Hey, I'm proud of both of y'all. Man, I'm proud of both of y'all, man. Proud moment, man. I'm proud of both of y'all.
I want to encourage you. Get up there.
He didn't even tell me he was finna do the show, so I ain't find out. So I went on Instagram. When I'm looking like, so when I put my mad face, I was mad for real because you ain't even tell me you was finna do it.
That's funny. Well, the funny thing is it was like, hey man, there's this opportunity coming up. We're like 2 weeks out, like, or a month out. I'm like, I need to know if you want to do this. And then we were 2 weeks out, and that's when we got him set up with his card and everything, and got it. It was literally like 2 weeks out. We set him up, and then that week was like game week. He came down. We got him prepped, and then I got like, it's crazy. I got 3 hours of sleep both nights just coaching him. You know what I mean? Because you're feeling that energy. That's like, I want to make sure he's good. Like,
yeah, y'all both excited. Yeah, iron sharpening iron. Yeah, yeah. You getting to take what you learn and implement it on him, and see the result for yourself. Yeah.
He did the work. I just, got him to the finish line. It was cool to be able to, like you said, like, hey, here's the posing stuff. Here's some videos you can watch, and here's, like, as you hear a command, go ahead and rotate and just, really practice what that feels like. It's funny too, because I was so motivated when we left that. I drove from Baltimore down home. It's like 2-hour drive, and I was running 20 miles a week. So I was like, hey, I got 4 miles to do today. Let me go do that. But I'd already signed up for on the day I got back with Greg, I had signed up for a 50-miler, a virtual 50-miler, and I just went and ran 50 miles. Ran my first 50 miles ever, just on like a high. I got to do something with this energy, man. So I at least got to, break one of my goals and help Greg reach his, and it's cool. So like you said, I don't know, going back to feeding the fire, it really is. And it's contagious too. Like, other people see you doing well, and it's like it gets a spark in them. And I had a guy go through the same program with Crohn's disease that I went through, and he's doing I don't know if he's still doing, things he should be doing, but in the 90 days, he got to a good place with his weight, his joint health improved, his gut health improved. So it is incredible. I don't know. So I just want to encourage you in that. Just keep doing what you're doing. I see it every day, and it fires me up, So it is contagious. But hopefully you take that to the stage, man. It'd be good.
I got to put it on there. I got to put it on there. I got to. It's more like me want to be prepared, and then fighting off the nervousness of it too. But I got to, because I feel it. It. Yeah.
I think we can keep going forever, man. I think there's a lot more to unpack. I think I'm just going to keep following the journey. I'm going to encourage others to do the same. I want to give you another 20 seconds. What else do you want to say to the audience before we close out? And then we'll go ahead and just do a formal closeout.
Man, I thank y'all for coming in and watching. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all got motivated. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all laughed. I hope y'all understood and learned a little bit about me and where I'm from. Just want to thank y'all. I want to thank you for this opportunity also. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah, Gary, I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate, we've been back and forth on the schedule. I'm glad we could make it work. And I appreciate the energy, the mindset, just the realness that you bring. And I would encourage anybody to go to Team Silverback Fitness Training on Instagram, DFitCo32 on Instagram, SilverbackFit_32 on Instagram. Check out Team Silverback Fitness and Training. Check out Diamond Fit Co., his clothing and equipment. And one thing you didn't mention, you kind of hit on it throughout this program, but I'd asked you before, hey, what is it you want to say? And you kind of summarize, it takes time to get the results you want. Trust the process. It's not a competition. So
yes, move at your own pace. Go at your own pace. Go at your own pace. Everybody's body is not the same.
Yeah, and I think our stories hit on that today. You started with somebody with Crohn's disease, no background in working out. I mean, obviously, you said you had some other stuff, but you got out of shape, ended up with Crohn's disease, got back into the gym. I'm going to pull up another photo real quick, but it's just to show that, you started from scratch, and you built the progress to where you are today. And, as I was sharing my story too, it's just the same thing, right? Like I was literally crawling on the floor. So
don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. You can always be better. You can always.
And then in this post, you know, we're showing your image right now, before and after. You said your body's physical appearance is all on you. Are you going to settle for less or make it your best? I love it, man.
Right. Right. Right.
All right. Well, Gary, this is Gary Lloyd with, again, Team Silverback Fitness Training. Go ahead and check him out on Instagram. Check out his website. And,
please do.
Gary, we'll be in touch, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Y'all have a blessed night. Everybody be safe.
All right, have a good one.